The official death toll from the quake and tsunami in Japan has jumped to over 8,000, with another 12,000 missing. But today, a ray of hope in the wreckage. This amazing rescue happened 9 days after the disaster struck. An 80-year-old woman and her 16-year-old grandson pulled from the wreckage in the hard-hit city of Ishinomaki. Searchers heard the grandson calling for help, and he led them to his grandmother beneath the rubble. Both were cold and weak when airlifted to a nearby hospital. As for those crippled nuclear reactors, Tokyo's electric power says electricity has been restored to 2 reactors at the Fukushima plant, but it's still unclear if the cooling systems will work. Fire trucks continue to pump water into 2 of the reactors in danger of overheating, and senior U.S. officials say radiation levels may be tapering off. Japan is now backing away from the plan to vent radioactive gas over concerns it could pump radiation into the atmosphere. Japan also barring all shipments of milk and spinach from areas around the plant after finding new traces of radiation in milk, spinach, chrysanthemum greens, and canola. Tonight, the new radiation monitoring station at the University of Washington is detecting trace amounts of radiation from the damaged Japanese reactors.
But scientists say the levels are so low they pose no danger to us. James Lynch has the story.
This very strong line showed up, which comes, what you see, it's not there in the background from the previous day. This is the iodine 131 line. These are fission product activities, and it's almost certainly coming from the reactors in Japan.
UW physics professor Hamish Robertson says the particles were first detected early Friday morning and have been detected every day since.
We see iodine 131 and tellurium 132 and 2 cesium isotopes. So these are really unique to fission from a nuclear reactor.
The spikes on the graph seem pretty dramatic, but the actual quantity of iodine, tellurium, and cesium detected are minute.
What we're seeing corresponds to roughly 40,000 times smaller than the EPA limit for public exposure. There's no danger at all, in my opinion. These limits are far below any concern level that one might have.
Welcome news for people here at Gasworks Park who have been watching and researching this story for more than a week.
Well, I have friends who know, I feel like, more than the average citizen about the subject, and they haven't shown any concern. They say it's sort of overblown and that there's nothing to worry about, so I try to trust them on that.
I don't really think there's cause for concern.
The UW scientists have already shared their findings with the Washington Department of Health. State scientists agree at the levels detected so far, radiation from Japan poses absolutely no danger to public health here in Western Washington. James Lynch, Q13, Fox News.
So how long will this stuff be around? Tellurium has a half-life of only 3.5 days. Iodine has a half-life of 8 days, so they'll be gone pretty quickly. Cesium, on the other hand, has a half-life of 30 years. But scientists say because it's been detected in such low levels, it really doesn't matter.